Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Obviously, this past week was pretty big for Call of Duty, right? We got some massive information on Vanguard multiplayer and, more importantly, the future of Warzone. What's going to be happening pretty much over the course of the next month between the end of Verdansk and then also the launch of Caldera, the Warzone Pacific map, and everything going on with that. And what's really interesting about the end times here for Verdansk is we basically have a three-part event taking place at the end of November that's going to basically send off Verdansk, right? The final dance on Verdansk, as some players are calling it. So today I wanted to break down the whole Last Hours of Verdansk event and really detail everything that you can expect when it comes to about the final 2 weeks in November, because it is a very busy time for Warzone, to say the least. So as we go through it all, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. It would be seriously appreciated. It really does help grow the channel. And of course, if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, feel free to do so. I'm always covering everything going on in COD, news, updates, loadouts, tips. It is all right here every single day, and it's about to be pretty crazy once Vanguard launches and we have the Warzone integration. Also, with Vanguard and the Warzone integration right around the corner, if you're going to be grinding anything, looking at screens for a long period of time, Gamer Advantage has you covered. Blue light glasses, they are the wave. Gamer Advantage does them the best, as I'm sure you guys know by now. If you want to get a pair for yourself, they got plenty of different frames and different glasses options. They offer prescription or regular lenses. They're the absolute goats in the industry, and code IMMORTAL gets you a nice little discount at checkout. Now, we have this massive blog post from Call of Duty, right? And we detailed all this stuff. We went through the entire blog back when this initially was revealed last Thursday, but we really just skimmed over everything. We read everything for what it was and, went through it like that. We didn't really go into much detail at all, honestly. But when it comes to the Warzone Operation Flashback, Secrets of the Pacific, and Last Hours of Verdansk events, there's a lot to dissect here. So, like I said, this is essentially a three-part event, or we have three different events all taking place in just a couple of weeks' time. The first one here is going to be Operation Flashback. Encore for Verdansk begins on November 18th. So this is part one of the end event. November 18th, this is going to be going live. The city and its surrounding area hosted over 100 million players for the past 18 months, and plenty has changed since March 10th, 2020. From blasting back to the year 1984 to hosting 80s action heroes and hauntings, Verdansk proved to be the place to drop in again and again. To celebrate and bring back these classic moments and many more, lead developer Raven Software created an Operation Flashback limited time mode featuring plenty of surprises that cover Verdansk's action-packed history. So, this we've sort of talked about previously, because a couple of weeks ago we had some leaks come out regarding some sort of flashback event that would allow for certain things to happen again in game, certain events to happen again in game. And looking over the history of Verdansk, we had some events take place on the original Verdansk, and we also had plenty take place on Verdansk 84. Something I don't specify here is whether or not we're going to see the return of OG Verdansk, because Raven specifically said we would not see that map again. But it's also possible they changed their minds here, and maybe we could be seeing some previous events from OG Verdansk take place. Like maybe we see the whole destruction event from a different point of view, or we see different hints of the bunkers and everything, because one of the leaks actually mentioned that we're going to get key cards to open something. And obviously in the past, the key cards were meant for the various bunkers around the map. So that's something we could be getting out of that. But we should also see other events return as well. We could see something like the 80s action heroes partially return, some hauntings return, since they sort of insinuate that those are a thing that'll be coming back. For playing in this event, you actually get two different rewards. You get a unique emblem for participating in this, and then also if you end up winning a game in this LTM, you get an animated calling card. So sort of similar to Iron Trials there as well, with a special victory calling card. Enjoy the nostalgia and get rewarded with an emblem just for playing. Those who claim victory will also receive an animated calling card, proof of mastery for Warzone's past and present, as we look forward to the future. More information on this mode, including what public events you can expect to happen at the start of every new circle, will be revealed prior to its launch on the 18th. So this also confirms we could have anywhere between 1 and I think 6 or 7 events take place in the game. Now, obviously, when you get to those in-game stages and those final circles are, minuscule changes, I'm not sure if we're going to have an event every single one of those, because those are pretty frequent, which would be hectic for the end game, to say the least. But, usually we're seeing at least 5 to 6 zones come through before a game ends. So that's 5 to 6 events that could happen in any given match, whether that is a return to 80s action heroes or a haunting or the nuke event, whatever it may be. That's going to be a pretty interesting LTM. And like I said, that is just part one of this overarching end event. Next, we get a new event starting on November 24th, so about a week later. This is Uncover Intel on the Caldera through Secrets of the Pacific. So Secrets of the Pacific is the title of this one. We also had some leaks talking about how this might be called into the Pacific, so I'm assuming this is the same event. They just updated the name. And what we know about this previously is that we'd be able to do certain things to eventually lead to a full map reveal. Now, obviously, we've seen a handful of different reveals for the Caldera map now, primarily coming from this blog with certain images and different screenshots and whatnot. But according to what we've heard before from leaks and rumors, this could actually end up revealing a trailer for the Caldera map, which is going to show off a lot more. So potentially on the 24th, we could be seeing the initial and full Caldera map reveal. But this limited time event developed by Beanox will grant you vital information on Caldera and its various points of interest prior to its launch in December, but only if you complete challenges across Warzone and Vanguard. Each game will have its own set of tasks and rewards for completing them, such as acquiring and protecting Pacific artifacts while fighting to survive in Verdansk. Get the details you need to know about this event in mid-November, so I'd assume probably close to the same time that we get information on the Encore, on the Operation Flashback update. So this one I think is going to be interesting because it's going to be like one of these LTM events that we've had before, like the Haunting event, where we have these different challenges in Warzone and Cold War. In this case, they'll be in Vanguard, where we go through and it's like, get 5 kills with an AR while using this scope on it. Or in Warzone, apparently we're going to have to, find an artifact and protect that. Or according to some of the leaks and rumors, go into the hidden mines and find something that'll give us a calling card or something like that. So if you go through and complete all those challenges, I'd assume there'll probably be 9 going off the previous events. Then you'll unlock the full vital information, which I'm assuming is going to be that trailer or maybe a new blog post. Time will only tell there, but we're going to see the big Caldera reveal take place on the 24th. I imagine quite a few players, hopefully myself included, will be able to grind that out and get that done ASAP. That way we can showcase footage and get all that information out here on the channel. So that's part 2 of the event. And then we have the finale. Alert, the countdown to the End of Verdansk is on. Less than 40 days remaining. Don't miss the end of Warzone as we know it. The destruction begins on November 30th. We have yet to get declassified information on this Beanox developed event. Except for this, expect a spectacular and fitting end to your time in Verdansk as we say farewell to the Castovian city, ... forever. So I'm not sure if they're sort of insinuating, hey, maybe in MW2 we go back to Verdansk in, 2022 and it's a different version of Verdansk because we obviously had the nuke event. Who knows what's going to happen then? That's a long ways out. But this is the end of Verdansk for the time being, at least. We know this map is going to get destroyed and removed from Warzone, and then we're going to have, obviously, Warzone Pacific. So this is going to be the peak of the event. It's going to take place on November 30th, and they also say December 1st as well, so it might be a 2-day event, sort of similar to what we had with the whole nuke event and destruction event previously on the original Verdansk. Obviously, day 1 was like the point of view on Verdansk. We had to go through and do certain things, and then day 2 we were on Rebirth Island, and we actually saw the whole destruction of Verdansk from that point of view, so it could be something similar to that, but yeah, that's going to be the cap-off event. And then obviously after that happens, the early access kicks in for the Caldera map, which if you own Vanguard, you get 24 hours early access to the new Pacific map. And then on December 2nd, you'll end up getting the whole reveal and launch for Caldera as well. So lots of stuff going on here between the 18th and December 2nd, basically. 3 different events, all part of one larger event, the end event. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about it for now. Like they say in this, we're going to get more official information probably closer to the 16th or the 17th. I would imagine sometime in that week we'll get like an initial blog post that details at least the flashback event and probably some information on the Secrets of the Pacific events. And then obviously after that all takes place a week later, we see the End of Verdansk entirely, and that map will be then removed from the game. So very exciting stuff. We're going to be covering all the future stuff and everything that happens here on the channel, so stick it here. Make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned on, that way you never miss a new video. And of course, if you enjoyed this video or if you're excited for these events, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. But that is going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.